Now, try this beer.
All right.
What do you taste?
There's a hint of paprika and maybe just a little dash of tangerine meets turmeric.
Are you chewing gum?
I cannot believe it, but we're about to do the, second installment of Director's Cut.
Yep.
There's been such high demand that we do another one.
Spielberg was 3 parts. I can say that this will only be 1 part.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't forget we did a director's cut on Roland Emmerich.
I don't count that.
It was an April Fool's joke.
But I would say that Alexander Payne is one of my favorite directors. I don't know where you guys stand with him.
He's in my top 5 pantheon of film directors.
Even though he didn't come of age making films in the 1970s, he's the last kind of 1970s maverick.
I was thinking about Spielberg and how many movies he did over time. And then I was looking at Payne. He started in his first feature film, was around 96.
Yeah.
To now.
Yeah.
I'm still impressed with the catalog, but not nearly as many as some directors get in that time frame. Does that sort of fit who he is as a director, do we think? Or is he sort of a, I don't always feel like making movies.
You look at the kind of economics, like the bottom dropped out on kind of indie filmmaking in the late 90s, early aughts. So I think it may have been kind of part and parcel of like the .com bust. A lot of filmmakers I knew that I was watching, like you see them directing TV. That's nothing, no slam, but like
that's paying the bills.
They're paying the bills,
And if he was a writer, nobody would be saying, "Oh, it's been 10 years since you're like." That would just be like, "Ooh, we've been waiting for the next J.D. Salinger novel."
Yeah.
With Payne, I really feel like it's this. Everything is a passion project in terms of he's writing, he's co-writing, he's directing, he's producing on some level. It becomes his life.
He's not a proponent of what Scorsese once coined as one for them, one for me.
Yeah, but I think he really wants to make very personal films.
With his movies, it's Citizen Ruth, Election, About Schmidt, Sideways, The Descendants, Nebraska, Downsizing, and The Holdovers.
Yeah.
Where did this guy come from?
I think he went to UCLA, and so I think
he went to Stanford
for undergrad,
and he majored in history and I think Spanish was also.
But I think
focused.
At UCLA compared to like USC, there is there's a more emphasis on theory than there is at USC. USC is all about like here's the nuts and bolts to make a film, and which is great.
You need a mixture of both.
You need a mixture of both. I think he has that, and
he got his master's in film directing.
Yes,
at
UCLA.
Yeah.
I also think the fact that so many people that work in Hollywood either come from Hollywood or they come from New York and migrate there. He's coming from Nebraska, which it is a very unique point of view. You're in the Great Plains, so you're kind of cut off from everything, and there is a very kind of dryness. I'm thinking of like Johnny Carson and Dick Cavett. Both of them are from Nebraska. Both of them are very kind of dry, but I think Johnny Carson wanted to appeal to a mass. Dick Cavett was more intellectual. He wanted to be a little bit more witty.
I met a transsexual in New Orleans, and I'll get back to that. Yeah, it's a section of my book that's raised a number of eyebrows about the silicone breasts. Oh. And one of them got under a very hot light and ended up at 34 long. How'd the monologue go?
Real good.
Alexander Payne is kind of in the middle of that, I would say.
Well, we know that a lot of his movies are set in Midwest. With Spielberg, Spielberg did a bunch of TV. With Payne, I felt like it's just short films, right? It's just like he made I don't know how many short films.
I think he also worked on a number of films around LA, other things. I think that's how he met Jim Taylor.
And we have to talk about Jim at some point.
On the surface, Payne is a very kind of Anglo name, but he has a very Greek background. I think Greek was spoken in his home.
I wonder if he did any early writing for other people. And maybe even not credited in the way that, as a primary. But
I know he was a script doctor in like the 2000s.
You can't cite those, but he did write the screenplay for Jurassic Park 3.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because
he did something else, though. I think he did...
I now pronounce you
Chuck and Larry. And I think he's disowned, but he couldn't take his name off it.
Well, it became an Adam Sandler
But I think it's the Writers Guild of America has very kind of draconian thing. Like if you wrote certain things, even though you started this, your name's still going to be on. You're still attached to it, even though he thought it was like an abomination.
Let's talk a little bit about his brand of humor, which I think is extremely unique. It's been called, sardonic humor, satirical,
cringe humor,
biting,
witty.
Yeah.
But
and very droll at the same time. Very droll.
And I think people would say he mocks.
Yeah.
It might be the closest we have to British humor, I think.
Yeah.
In this country.
So one thing he does is he brings up sort of uncomfortable truths, but you can sort of find flaws and charming aspects of the characters. And all the characters are flawed. You might have someone on the, quote, good side and someone on the, quote, bad side. They are both flawed.
Which brings us to Citizen Ruth.
Yeah.
Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Baby killer! Baby killer! Murderer!
Good movie to start.
Wherever you stand on reproductive rights, this skewers all sides on this.
It does.
And it might be hard to watch for some because it doesn't pull punches on the pro
if you're strong on one side or the other,
pro-life or
probably not like this movie.
Yeah,
he's letting you decide maybe which side you want to believe. That doesn't really matter to him.
I first thought this reminds me a lot of Down and Out in Beverly Hills. Nick Nolte was homeless, and then all these kind of liberal Beverly Hills help him, but yet
everybody's using him for their own purpose.
But he's using them. He's very opportunistic in the same time. Yeah. Ruth is not likable in any way. And,
not really, no.
The fact that you see her in the opening scenes huffing.
And we should mention star actress of this movie is
Laura Dern.
Laura Dern.
She's great. She's great.
But what about me? I don't got anything. You all got everything. What are you going to do for me, huh? Are you going to give me $15,000?
Some of the other actors.
Kirkwood Smith, who was in RoboCop.
Yeah, I only know him from RoboCop.
Well, he's also a lot of other people know him as the dad in That 70s Show for a lot of people that watch movies.
I forgot about that.
His wife, from a certain TV show.
MASH. Yeah.
Mary Kay Place.
Yep.
Susie Kurtz was in that. She was in a lot.
She's in the Talking Heads movie. True Stories.
Kelly Preston's in it, and MC Gainey plays one of the kind of security for the feminists.
That guy's great. What was he?
He was also in Sideways as the guy who runs out of the house.
Oh, that's right.
Stark naked. He's been in a lot of things, but he's such a great character actor.
And he likes to reuse people.
Yeah.
Another person in this movie shows up in Election.
It's the woman who played Linda Novotny in Election.
Yeah. There you go.
And I completely forgot Burt Reynolds was in.
I completely forgot about that too.
So,
and this is right before he did Boogie Nights.
And if we really want to demonstrate our compassion and our commitment to saving lives, then maybe we should offer this girl at least $30,000.
Burt Reynolds was working.
Yeah, he had like a little renaissance,
Yeah.
like the mid to late 90s.
Yeah. I like all of the the little characters that you meet. Both women that are on the. I love that the one woman is playing a spy.
Yeah, Susie Kurtz.
Yeah.
And she does it so well. So well.
Religion is obviously front and center.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the comedy of it, but also the real life aspect of like the good and bad of religion.
First laugh out loud funniest parts of this movie is when she's at their house and they're having dinner and they pray.
Ruth is in a very troubled time of your life. We know that through us, you can show her the right path. Because with open minds and open hearts, We can all share and learn from one another's experience.
It's hilarious and it's biting and sardonic at the same time. Too.
Yeah, I gotta say, it is a solid introduction to this this director and writer.
Yeah, it's a little too long. I think maybe if they trimmed maybe 15 minutes out of it, it would have been like a little tighter.
But it put him on the map. It made him. It obviously set up his ability to do his next project 3 years later, and that is.
Her pussy gets so wet, you can't believe it.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I don't want to know that.
It was produced by like MTV Films, which they were able to kind of smuggle this into MTV because it's so smart.
And it came out 3 years later, so it was 1999.
One of the all-time greatest
That's right.
film years.
Yeah.
It's the impressive films across the spectrum of genres and very unique films came out that year. But this was one of them.
Yep.
Yeah. And you know what else came out that year?
What?
Any attempt to escape.
And they blow you up. Boom!
Ha, word.
Let's just dive into the actors because there's so many great actors in this movie. Obviously, starting with Matthew Broderick, who plays the perfect lead for this role.
Yeah.
I think.
And then Reese Witherspoon.
Perfect.
And then we've got Chris Klein, Omaha native. I think he went to a casting call.
Hi, Tracy.
Oh, Mr. M.
Hi, Tracy.
And then we've got Jessica Campbell as Tammy.
Or don't vote for me. Who cares? Don't vote at all.
She's so good.
So perfect.
Can we say God rest her soul?
Yep.
She
rest in peace.
Yeah, she died a few years ago.
Okay.
A side note, too, she also had a great sort of arc on Freaks and Geeks not long after this movie, too.
And then Mark Herlick, who plays Dave Novotny.
We're in love.
So good.
Phil Reeves, this is his first of 4 appearances. He's great as the principal.
People! It kind of embodies the Midwest.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Alexander Payne likes him so much.
So then there's the parents of Paul and Tammy. I love them both.
What?
Tammy, your father and I have been talking, and we've come to a decision that
You're going to Immaculate Heart.
I think Citizen Ruth was not an adaptation, but this is an adaptation of a Tom Perrotta novel.
Which you read.
Which I read. It's set in kind of suburban northern New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So
Payne moved it to
He moved it to Omaha, and I think it actually works better.
Works better.
I don't know what New Jersey high schools would have been in the 90s, but I would think they would be slightly more cynical. That earnestness, that's what's kind of sells it. No one wants to be her friend because she's too much of a try-hard. But at the same time, I think in New Jersey, she would get a beat down.
She's so good.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about what you brought up earlier, cringe comedy.
Yeah.
I know some people who would say, oh, yeah, election? I can't sit through that, man. It's too uncomfortable. It's too...
Because like Jim McAllister is kind of a piece of shit.
Yes.
In a lot of ways, being unethical in the actual election, and and then
the fact that he fixates on Tracy Flick and he feels threatened by her.
Yeah.
Like all of his shortcomings in life, he inflicts on her.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Morals or ethics? What's the difference between morals and ethics anyway?
Anybody.
They have multiple narrators in this. You have Chris Klein.
Love that.
You have Matthew Broderick. And you have Reese Witherspoon.
Don't forget Tammy.
And Tammy. Playing with point of view in that, in a way, too.
Yeah.
And it's
everybody's
perfect.
Giving you their interpretation of the events.
By the way, the most ethical and moral person of the cast is probably Paul.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I think the cringe comedy aspect, going back to that, it's the fact that your lead characters they're dishonest, they're cheating, they watch porn.
And it's in the setting of a high school body election.
Tammy is not...
She's the outsider.
She's not unethical. She's selfish.
She's selfish, and I think probably in 2 years later, she'll probably appreciate Paul a lot more. But she's really awful to him.
She is.
Yeah.
And he's nothing but nice and supportive of her.
It was Tammy. That's who it was.
Oh, no, hey, like I said, she just wouldn't do something like that.
The novel ends with him working in a Carvel in New Jersey, and Tracy Flick walks in there, him serving ice cream. And,
really?
And it's kind of sad and pathetic.
That's a more sad ending.
Yeah.
No.
And I think,
I like... The actual ending of the Alexander Payne film is freaking perfect.
Yeah.
What is she doing in that limo? Who the fuck does she think she is?
So basically another 3 years. You're going from 99 to 2002.
His next film is...
Lately, every night, I find myself asking the same question. Who is this old woman who lives in my house?
We already did a second look on About Schmidt.
Joe, tell us your thoughts of that movie.
Jack Nicholson always kind of played the same type, or he played someone much younger than his actual age in real life. But like, this is someone who was actually playing chronologically his age, 60-something years old. He doesn't have that kind of glibness with all the great lines that he had in all the great films that we know. But he had a very great kind of Midwestern kind of taciturnness.
Casting is perfect again.
And we have to call out June Squibb's first movie with him.
Exactly.
With Alexander Payne.
So great.
I love Hope Davis as his daughter. I love Dermot Mulroney as the son-in-law. I love Kathy Bates as the mother-in-law.
And
Howard Heston as the father-in-law.
Why do you have to be so negative?
I'm not negative. You're just trying to grab all the attention.
I'm not, all I was doing was welcoming somebody into the family.
Larry, we've been welcomed by you. Thank you so much. Now would you please just drink your fucking milk and shut the fuck up?
And this is adapted from like a Louis Begley novel, which is set in New York in a very kind of stratified corporate law firm, and his son is in a law firm. And I think this works better because and the fact that they're Midwestern, they're not going to be kind of talking all the time.
I love the opening of this retirement party at the steakhouse.
I know.
And that's where I really call out Alexander Payne. Yes, he mocks.
Yeah.
Yes, he's making some fun of certain, the certain idea of Americanism, right? But then you take that character though, and you add the tearful ending. He has way more depth.
He's going from like the Great Plains to the over the Rockies there and there. That even though it's one state away, it is another country in a lot of ways. And I just love that.
He's talking about like the pioneers journey.
It's so beautiful, and it just makes me think of like Willa Cather in a lot of ways. Just speak to Nebraskans, like how they viewed the landscape.
And that's where the historic Payne probably comes out.
Nothing in the movie is as funny to me as the scene where he goes and visits his own home, and it's a freaking tire store.
12 Locust Avenue.
So Sideways.
Pinot's a very thin-skinned grape. It doesn't like constant heat or humidity. Very delicate.
Comes out 2004, and I think everyone's anticipating this guy's going to deliver a good movie.
He is always looking into kind of what is uniquely interesting about this region.
By the way, I should probably mention, with all his accolades, this was mentioned. In 2014, the Location Managers Guild of America honored Payne with their inaugural Eva Monley Award for his masterful use of location as another character, which I thought was really interesting, because when I think of Alexander Payne films and what makes them unique is where it's filmed and kind of how he brings that into the story. Sideways is my other favorite movie by him. Yeah. Again, hits it out of the park with casting. Yeah. Paul Giamatti.
Thomas Hayden Church is brilliant.
The chemistry that those two had.
Virginia Madsen, Sandra Oh.
We married, by the way.
Yeah, we covered this also in another video, our top 10 comedies of all time, which was on all of our lists.
Yeah. We definitely talked about Sideways.
Yeah, I had it on mine.
I have to call out the minor characters who I think are perfect in this movie. Everything from like Sandra Oh's character's mom.
He's such a fucking chicken shit.
Miles, his mom.
You need somebody.
The waitress at the end.
Cammy.
Cammy!
She's 2 tons of fun.
Dr. Derek Summersby from One Life to Live?
Just have to imagine him with, bandage and shorter hair.
MC Gainey again. I'm not sure if you want to shook up with that.
Here's your wallet! Oh, shit! You got it! I'll find you! I will find you, man!
Phil Reeves shows up on the golf course there.
Who I read is the same principal character from election.
Oh, okay.
So
really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay.
So this takes place in the same universe as election.
That's good to know. You kind of think like, oh, Thomas Hayden Church is the snake.
We don't dislike him all the time either.
Giamatti is really a jerk in so many ways.
But see, again, I love
that.
No, but they're even a character who you root for is flawed.
I know.
Like he does the Barely Legal magazine.
And stealing from his mother and just like those scenes. He's not truly likable.
But do we dislike his character?
No.
This is Alexander Payne's strength as a writer. His ability to direct actors and bring out these characters who are flawed, but who we like at the same time. Yep. I love that. Yeah. I love that about all his films.
And Giamatti just brings out the appropriate amount of pathos for this character, which would be like if you actually had to hang out with him on a daily basis, like Thomas Hayden Church does, you'd be like, oh my God, how insufferable is this guy?
And if they want to drink Merlot, we're drinking Merlot.
Oh, no, if anybody orders Merlot, I'm leaving. I am not drinking any fucking Merlot!
Merlot consumption went down in America and outside of America. And Pinot Noir went up like 15% or something like that because of this.
But here's what I'm getting at. He won his first Oscar
for Sideways.
As an adapted screenplay. Movie has a lot of accolades, a lot. You list all these Alexander Payne movies, you get to Sideways.
And people know.
Yeah. There would be like a certain strata that would know Election. Not many people would know Citizen Ruth. Number of people would know about Schmidt because of Jack.
But Sideways.
Yeah, that really knocked it out. Just like after he's seen his ex-wife at the wedding, he goes home to get the best bottle of wine, and he goes to Jack in the Box, pouring it into his
and we were talking about the Hollywood ending would have been he shows up at the very end with that bottle of wine, knocks on the door, she opens it, and they drink the wine together. But instead, a big break happens between Sideways and his next movie. Why did 7 years go by if he had those accolades? If he had the critical and commercial success?
I have possible one explanation. This is around this period where he first tried to pitch downsizing. And I don't think studios could make it work because of the budget, probably.
Yeah. But then Jim Taylor left, and then he does The Descendants with Jim Rash, Dean Pelton from Community,
so great.
And the other dude who's in a number of other funny movies,
Nat Faxon.
Those two dudes who come from an improv background adapted The Descendants with him.
Okay, look, I can't have you here. Do you understand that?
Here we go. Thank you. Everyone's so serious. Please tell me you weren't talking about business. We're talking about love. That's nice.
George Clooney's the reason why I don't like this movie.
Okay.
He doesn't bother me.
He doesn't. I can watch him. Fun. I can accept him in the Coen Brothers movies. You just have a beef with him.
I just don't buy him.
Okay.
Well, your argument would be that he's too good looking to be cheated on.
If you swapped Matthew Lillard with George Clooney, I would buy it.
Again, he says he never gave his wife attention.
Would Paul Giamatti have been a better choice?
Yes, anyone. Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
Let me just clarify. I don't think he's bad. I just think he's miscast.
I like Shailene Woodley. She's great. I forget the guy who played her friend.
The friend is great.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so good.
I think she knows she's being funny. I'm going to hit you.
Robert Forster in the one or two scenes he's great.
The little sister. The little sister.
Yeah. Brobridge is good.
Who plays the guy the wife cheated on?
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
And I think the wife's friends that know things, like Rob Hubel.
Yeah.
And blanking on the woman who plays
the wife's friend.
Yeah. I think they're good because they're comedic and they're just kind of going with that energy.
And don't forget Judy Greer as Matthew Lillard's wife.
Oh, she's great.
I just have to forgive you, even though I should hate you.
Okay, that's enough.
I just have to forgive you.
Really, honestly, I think that's enough.
Can I just say that Hawaii was another great just undercurrent
that's the whole point. Yeah.
But I mean, we talked about the character thing. Can location ever be considered another character in a movie?
Yeah. Because that's
There you go.
That's what I think. Like Payne's history background.
I know, but I just love that scene. Like they fly to the island to see the land, and it's kind of bittersweet too. Like
it's their family's land.
It's their family's land, and like Beau Bridges and others want it, but like he's still like in his fingers is coming out, and he's like
the
this
tension between like white appropriation
Yeah.
and nature
and
nature balance
and a
also, like,
huge
the natives.
hotel being plopped down there.
There's a Twin Peaks connection in this movie. You know what it is?
Yeah, it's Robert Forster and Michael Onke, both who played the Sheriff
Yeah.
Truman's
Yeah.
in Twin Peaks.
Yep.
How much did it make?
I don't know offhand.
One thing I don't know if this is possible in editing, but if you could put up like what the movie cost to make and what it made.
Yeah. If you're a studio, would you pay for like a character-driven story?
If you've got George Clooney attached,
I know that, but at the same time, when you're looking what this made in the 2010s, how like impatient they were about things.
I really like The Descendants. It's
I like it too. Don't get me wrong, I like this movie.
Yeah, but I would say it's like if Election is an A, if Sideways is an A,
this is a B plus.
I would say About Schmidt's an A minus. I would say this is like a B or a B plus.
Yeah.
Descendants was 2011, 2 years past this time. 2013, what movie came out?
Nebraska.
I got a right to do whatever the goddamn hell I want.
So I guess you do drink.
A little bit.
A lot.
All right. So I drink a lot. God damn it. So what? You do what you want to do, and so do I. You drink too if you're married to your mother.
Which is another home run.
Yep.
Another perfect example of being perfectly cast.
Yeah.
You've told me in the past this is one of your favorites. Is that true?
Yeah. I just think there were certain visual elements in his films before this that hit me, especially from Sideways on when he started working with Papa Michael, Phaedon Papa Michael, the cinematographer, that he worked from Sideways all the way up to Downsizing.
Mm-hmm.
He had a great visual sense. This is when everything is just like, you could take frames from this and put it in a museum. It's in black and white, which everything looks great in black and white.
Stark.
But I just think the starkness in this. Bruce Dern is probably one of the most unsung actors of the late 20th century.
Agree. Yeah.
He was in 2 Hitchcock movies. He was in the last Hitchcock movie ever made, Family Plot.
Yeah.
And he was in almost every great movie in the 70s, from like King of Marvin Gardens, Smile, Coming Home. And he was like, John Voight got the Oscar for Coming Home, but like in terms of great acting in that, it's all Bruce Dern.
Really, John Voight got the Oscar for that?
Yeah, that's the sad thing.
What I'm saying is, I do not belong in this house.
He could do extreme drama
Yeah.
and like
Yes, he
brilliant
can.
comedy.
And,
Yes, he can.
And you
Yeah.
know what? The most iconic thing about Bruce Dern is he's the only actor to shoot and kill John Wayne on screen.
How many movies do you think Bruce Dern did without looking it up? Just guess.
100 plus. His daughter has been in movies with Payne as well. I think I
Her
know.
mom has a brief scene in Citizen Ruth.
Yes.
Don't you do it! What if I'd aborted you? Well, at least I wouldn't have had to suck your boyfriend's cock! Don't you bring that up again! That's ancient history!
We have to talk about the other great actress in this movie.
Stacy Keach.
Ron.
Will Forte.
Actress.
Oh, actress. Sorry. June Squibb. June Squibb. Sorry, I misheard you.
See, that's funny.
You were mumbling. Speaking of mumbling,
that was funny.
See what you could have had, Keith, if you hadn't talked about weed all the time?
she had a 60-something year career. She only came to life like in her golden years.
Is she from Nebraska?
I think she's from the Midwest, like Illinois, Missouri,
I
or
wonder how
something.
she came under Payne's radar.
I don't know. Maybe some casting director pointed to her for like About Schmidt. But he probably loved her work in About Schmidt. Like, let's use her again.
Not surprised at all that he used her.
And
again.
she's perfect. Like,
And she has comedy and
Yeah.
she has the drama in
Yeah.
the movie as well. She defends him completely. Did she get nominated?
She did, yeah. She didn't win.
She did not win?
She should have won.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Bruce Dern should have won too.
And I would say, besides, you pointed out that there's really two leads in a way with Bruce Dern and Will Forte.
Yeah.
Will Forte is great in this.
But his brother,
Bob Odenkirk,
is played by the great Bob Odenkirk.
I wonder, like, if Vince Gilligan, the showrunner of Breaking Bad, was like, you know what? We could actually. I didn't realize that like Bob Odenkirk had this much depth to him.
Yeah. And he took off in his career a little bit again. Well, he never really took off in
Well, he
films.
was already in, like, of course, Mr. Show.
Mr. Show.
But like
We knew him as a comedy
but we didn't know like emotionally what he could do
until Breaking Bad.
I know.
But he was just kind of a joke character in the show. I think this movie changed that.
Yeah.
Where like people were like, he's got some like.
Well, and not just the show, Better Call Saul, but he also, of course, was in movies like
Nobody.
But also, I was going to say he was in The Post.
Yeah.
In The Post.
Yeah. There's the heavy hitters of all the old men that he, when he comes to the farmhouse.
I love
that scene.
They don't make them like that anymore. Those cars will run forever. Whatever happened to it?
Stopped running.
Wow, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, they'll do that.
I was getting into it, and I talked earlier about just small parts, how great they are in Alexander Payne films. We should just mention a few. The brothers.
It took you 2 days to drive 750 miles. Were you driving a dump truck or something?
It's a Subaru.
One of the brothers, one of those cousins, is in the next movie.
6 hours from Billings.
Stacy Keach, I was glad to see him in this.
I'm a man with a real strong sense of right and wrong. And if Woody hit it rich and I don't see any of it, that would be wrong. And I will make it right.
He's the king of this little shit town.
So his character name in this movie was Ed Pegram.
Yeah. I think at one time, like, Stacy Keach was thought of as like America's greatest actor in the 70s. Did not have the career trajectory that everyone thought. Look at those films he made from like 1970 to 75. They were like amazing. He was America's top Shakespearean actor. He got busted in the early 80s in London when he was flying over there with coke. Did time in Reading jail, the same jail that Oscar Wilde did. Oh, wow. That derailed his career.
Was he Mike Hammer?
Yes, that was like on the downslope after he got busted.
Some of the other minor characters I wanted to mention. You have to talk about the ex-girlfriend in Woody's life.
Oh my God.
She's great.
You know, the family, the extended family that you meet.
I think you're having a senior moment here, Kate. Just where'd you think that money come from when you got a bee in your bonnet to move up to Billings and open up that salon?
Publisher sweepstakes. It seems like a throwaway line to begin a whole movie, but like it's this epic.
It becomes an epic journey.
It becomes an epic journey to
something so like obviously a scam.
This movie perfectly captures, as a lot of his films do, that balance of drama and comedy. Yep. It's not just a comedy, but it is certainly not just a drama.
Yep.
But man, do they really tackle both genres. How much time passed between Nebraska and the next movie he did, which I believe was
Downsizing?
As large as you can, please. Nice weather down here. Turned real cold back in Omaha.
It was 4 years.
It aims big and falls short.
It's not a bad movie.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's got some great moments.
It's got some charm. It's got some touching moments. And I have to say, this was the first thing I would call a major departure for this director.
Yeah. Payne, and he's back with Jim Taylor. Original screenplay, too.
Yeah.
I think they're first since Citizen Ruth, right?
Yeah.
It's 3 different movies that are sort of sandwiched together in one.
Yeah.
None of the 3 gel.
They don't gel. And I think like that just may have been a lot of people with a lot of notes.
The first act is a typical Alexander Payne movie, but undercut with these horrific body horror moments.
Yeah.
The miniature scenes, I think, are horrific. The whole concept is so ridiculous, you know?
It's true.
Because I don't think anybody would actually do this procedure.
Can we just say that that's a plot device for the real Alexander Payne elements of the movie?
Yeah.
Because because it's not really that.
Yeah.
I wish it was a more straightforward sci-fi movie, actually.
Is it sci-fi?
I think it is. Yes.
Really?
There's nothing kind of speculative in any of his work prior to this. Everything is grounded in the here and now, what we know. Oh, what if we could shrink that? That's fun, but I'm not expecting it from an Alexander Payne.
I'm not either.
I don't think the movie gets going until
the second act.
Until like he sees like the kind of have-nots.
And that's a different movie.
Yeah, and it's a different movie. And I think like I don't know if it was studio interference. It was like the largest budget he's ever done because of the special effects.
Of course. The decision to become small
and the other thing
is totally financially different, which you could see people buying into.
And I think if that was like the whole like throughway through the plot, that would make sense. But it loses it.
Downsizing does not. It feels entirely new. You feel like really disappointed in some ways.
I remember when I first watched it, I was like, what is he trying to say here?
Yeah.
And then when I watched it again, I'm like, I still don't know what he's trying to say.
So when I watched it the second time, it went up a little bit for me. Now, granted, I think it was, let's get into the acting a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought Matt Damon did a fine job.
He's good.
Yeah. I really loved the leading lady. And I don't know her very well. I know she was in the Oscar award-winning movie,
She's in
The Whale.
Yeah.
Really good in that, too.
Very good in it.
Yeah, her scene where she's talking about going to Norway is the highlight of the movie.
I go Norway too. So happy. Thank you, special time.
Christoph Waltz.
Yeah.
I love
Who
that.
I totally forgot was in this movie.
Who, was he wasted in this movie?
I think he was.
Maybe a little.
Slightly.
The character works because Waltz has charisma.
Yeah.
But it's an underrated character.
Yeah. I like the movie. It's definitely low, pretty damn low on my Alexander Payne list.
Yeah.
It might be second to bottom,
I would.
It's the bottom.
It's the bottom for me.
You know how actors sometimes go, you know what? I'm going to get a paycheck.
Yeah.
Could this have been
Like this is a passion project that he had been pushing since like post.
All right.
Okay.
Sideways.
Well then,
that he wrote with Jim Taylor. Like they've been trying to get this produced for at least 10 years. ILM did the special effects, which are brilliant. But the movie was a flop.
It was the
first third where it's like very kind of mundane.
That's the most Alexander Payne.
I think if he was able to kind of marry the first third with the second third, the last third, that would have been, I think, a perfect movie in some ways.
A big gap yet again. This time I'm going to blame some of it on COVID. The last movie, 2023.
Yep.
We all saw it together in the movie theater.
Yep.
A brilliant return to form.
Yeah, what movie are we talking about?
The Holdovers.
I can tell by your faces that many of you are shocked at the outcome. I, on the other hand, am not, because I have had the misfortune of teaching you this semester, and even with my ocular limitations, I witnessed firsthand your glazed, uncomprehending expressions.
I don't know. This might be my favorite Giamatti performance.
That's a bold statement.
It's a very bold statement because I love Sideways.
I remember reading about this movie 3 years before it came out.
And here's the history of it. He filmed it in 2021 because it was still like of COVID restrictions. So that's why he chose this.
But even before he filmed it, we knew what his movie was going to be.
And then for like from 2020 to like almost early 2023, they were releasing things simultaneously on streaming and in theaters. So like your movies weren't getting anywhere. I imagine it probably created a lot of anxiety for like Alexander Payne, where he was all about word of mouth.
When this movie came out, I remember I was jonesing for an Alexander Payne film.
Me too.
I was like, I cannot wait to see this movie. Paul Giamatti was back. And I was just like, I
was sold from the instant.
Exactly. And I read about it. I was just like, okay, interesting. It's a small movie, not surprising with Alexander Payne. And it takes place in what, the 70s?
70s.
Yeah.
I think it's so apropos for him to film it in 1970 because like
that's his aesthetic.
His aesthetic is like he is the last 1970s filmmaker in some ways. These personal driven stories. Giamatti takes the kid to go see Little Big Man, an Arthur Penn film with Dustin Hoffman, a very 1970s style movie.
And this movie reminds me plot wise and the way it's filmed of The Last Detail.
Yeah.
By the way, this movie to me is less cringe comedy from his other stuff.
There's not too many obvious jokes at Giamatti's character's age.
Again, we have to talk about what he does best, directing.
Paul
How he
Giamatti-
directs these people, of course, but the casting just in general is perfect.
Paul Giamatti,
Yeah.
Davine Joy Randolph as the cook. She's
She
amazing.
actually won an Oscar.
Yeah. Dominic Sessa. Carrie Preston, who plays one of
She's
the
great.
administrators, and it never happens, but
You
like,
think there's something.
there's something, but because
But I like that there really isn't.
there isn't, but like there's hope for Giamatti's character.
Well, to me, again, that's Alexander Payne.
Yeah.
That's him saying, oh, maybe there's something here. No, there really isn't.
Yeah.
You know, social nicety.
She's a nice lady. Great classroom scenes.
Oh, hello, Mr. Coates. Or should I say Icarus? Flight a little too close to the sun, did we? Huh? Yeah.
He was a teacher in Sideways as well too. It's kind of like it's kind of like full circle.
That boy is too dumb to pour piss out of a boot. A genuine troglodyte.
The Marcus Aurelius gifts sayings that he gives as gifts.
Yes.
Like, I find that so fucking funny.
Yeah, I'd put it on my bedside table if he gave it to me. I'm just saying.
For my money, it's like the Bible, the Quran, and the Bhagavad Gita all rolled up into one. And the best part is not one mention of God.
This movie is near perfect to me.
Yeah.
It's a movie that I've seen 3 times, but I have a feeling over time this movie, because Sideways did that. Holdovers, I feel like, could do that.
Give me 5 years, it may be there.
You were talking about the ending of About Schmidt earlier, and the touching aspect. It kind of made you choke.
It always makes me cry.
Right. Yeah. I feel that a little bit for the end of Holdovers.
Pack Amp the trailer.
Well, when he's packing up, he's right before he drives away, and he's just telling him he's going to be okay, and that there's something super touching about that ending.
I viewed it as like Giamatti knows he is of a certain age in the early 70s. So it's already 71 at this point. It's after
And
New
that
Year's.
school is his entire life.
It's been all his entire life. So he's already kind of burnt bridges there. I don't really see a man in his mid 50s in the early 70s. What is he going to do?
You don't know. And it's sad.
You can do this. Yeah, I was going to tell you the same thing.
See ya.
See ya.
We just covered 8 amazing movies made by one amazing director, Alexander Payne. Now I have this big question for you guys. What is your favorite of those 8?
Or should we do a ranking?
Well, I don't want to do a ranking of all of
How
them. How about
we-
a top 3? How about a top 3?
Okay, top 3.
Okay. Hale, go ahead.
Guys, it's hard. Number 1, I'm going to have to say Sideways because it is in my top 10 movies of all time.
All right, number 2.
Election, it's in my, of course, one of my top comedies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
3 is where it gets hard. It's a Sophie's choice between Nebraska and About Schmidt. I'm going to have to say Nebraska.
Joe, you go.
Nebraska, number 1. Number 2, Sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Sideways. I mean, no. Number 2, Sideways. Number 3, Election. Sorry.
All right, let me go. Number 1, Sideways. Number 2, Sideways. No, just kidding. No. Number 2, Election also. Number 3, I've been saying Nebraska for a long time, but I think I'm going to say the Holdovers.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
I really like the Holdovers.
It's such a great return to form for him with that movie. And I loved it at the time.
By the way, About Schmidt is up there.
It's up there.
I mean, every time I watch that again, I'm like reminded like how great it is.
Yeah.
That was released a few years before, The Departed. I didn't think Jack had anything left in the tank. And then I saw About Schmidt. And then Departed. Departed, he's amazing in.
He is.
And the thing is, he probably should have just retired after The Departed. Those are such a great bookend. What is Alexander Payne going to do next?
Funny you should ask that, Joe. I just looked it up. Alexander Payne's next film is called Somewhere Out There. It's a Danish language feature starring, it says Renate, it looks like Renate Rensvi, I can't even pronounce it. It will be Payne's first European feature.
Wow.
It's being produced by Scanbox Productions. Searchlight Pictures has acquired worldwide rights to the film. Filming is planning to begin in Denmark in early 2026.
Wow, so it's a foreign film that he's doing.
So, just knowing like what the financing for pictures in America now,
right.
like what they want to see, either superheroes or some stupid reboots of crap from like 30, 40 years ago.
Everything here is all IP based.
Yeah, so he needs to go there because like he's not getting the financing here. That's sad that saddens me in some ways.
That parallels our current political situation.
Yeah,
I just like that he's working.
He's
not taking.
I know. I'm not like I would see him if he made a film in Greek.
Yeah,
Dutch.
I'm glad that he's filming something in 2026 rather than waiting another few years.
Yeah.
So that concludes this episode of The Director's Cut, our second installment. This time featuring the great Alexander Payne, one of my favorites.
One of mine too.
As well.
We should probably think about what director we're going to do next.
Tell us who you want us to cover. Actually, we don't really care.
Yeah, we don't really care.
Well, I care, but I have a question. Mm-hmm. What are you going to call this installment of The Director's Cut?
I was thinking of something like The Day After Yesterday.
So, today.
Well, yeah. Well,